What it do, God? It's your boy, Trap Astrology, live from the trenches. Only place you can get real nigga interpretations and translations for astrology, astronomy, anything spiritual, you dig? And continuing on our next card in the tarot card translation series. Last card we were speaking on the Hangman, which is all about patience, waiting on the right time to strike. Like I said, I like to call it the perfect timing card. And today we're going to tackle the next card in the series, which is the Death card, or I like to call it the Wipe His Nose card. You get what I'm saying? Now, when you hear the Death card, it's very self-explanatory. It's not going to be a very long video. The Death card, exactly what death means in your eyes. Now, the difference, now in three-dimensional terms of death, what we missing in that equation is that death is not just the end of something, but also the beginning. That's why some people debate, is the beginning of the beginning of the year actually spring, or is it actually winter? Because does something start with death, or does something start with life? That's a debate. We can debate all day. You get what I'm saying? But these two things all happen. Everything has a beginning, everything has an end. You get what I'm saying? If nothing ever ends, then everything that you lived was basically meaningless. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all ever seen that show Lucifer, but on Lucifer, it was a nigga, they had this nigga Cain on there. Because this nigga Cain killed his brother in the Bible or whatever. He was cursed with eternal life. And the nigga was just the nigga was living for thousands of years, millions of years, and all he wanted to do was die. You get what I'm saying? That's all he wanted to do. And us as human beings in this three-dimensional realm, we can't even fathom that, because we want to live. We can't picture death. We want to live forever and shit until we live forever. You get what I'm saying? Especially if you're doing that shit alone. But if you live forever, nothing ever means nothing. If you invincible, your life get pretty boring, because can't nothing kill you. You get what I'm saying? So, in saying that, what I'm saying is power in death. There's power in transformation. Just think back to just simple as this. If you old enough to have had a Facebook or a Blink page or a Bebo page or whatever the fuck type of packs, whatever type of shit y'all niggas was on in middle school, remember how them pictures used to look? On them weak ass flip phones we was taking and shit. Them pictures was weak as shit. Niggas used to be putting writings on them and shit. Niggas be writing all type. We used to be writing in weird ass letters. Nigga, that shit was so fucking weird. Niggas used to wear seashell necklaces. Niggas used to wear Rockport. Niggas used to wear Rockports. I remember. You niggas was wearing Rockports. All colors. You niggas were wearing Rockports and lows. I recall. I've never owned a pair of Rockports. Not mid, not high, not low. Motherfucker. Not nan. I ain't got nothing against them. I kind of always did want a pair of Rockports when they was popping. I ain't gonna cap. I did want to have a pair of ports in the low. Them niggas had bitches back in the day. Neither here nor there. I say that to say this. Without us transforming out of that weak ass picture taking stage, we would never get the fire ass IG pics you posting today. At that time, that was the best that you could do. You was like, oh yeah, hell yeah, I'm fresh as hell. This is a great ass, but let me post the shit out of this. Got plenty of likes, everybody was commenting, everybody thought you was fine. Looking back on your middle school pictures today, you're gonna be disgusted. You get what I'm saying? That's because you transformed, you died. That person died. And this person gonna die. And when I say, I'm talking about spiritually. I'm not the same nigga I was 2 years ago. I died. I used to get drunk every day. I ain't got drunk in years. I don't even know what getting drunk feel like that no more. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm almost to that point. It was a point that I didn't know none of this astrology shit, astronomy shit, none of this shit even mattered like to the degree it did. I knew I was an Aquarius kind of, but I felt like I ain't relate to Aquariuses. You get what I'm saying? I've died and transformed many of times. Death ain't just about the end, it's also about the beginning of something new. You get what I'm saying? Which is also can be looked at as a transformation. So sometimes I like to say replace the word death with transformation. Because even when you die in this world, you're not dying. You get what I'm saying? You just transforming into a different entity. You transform it into a different experience. Regardless of what you think the afterlife is, it would be a form of transformation. Even if your ass thought, oh, I ain't. Even if you're an atheist and think, oh, nothing happens after you die, it's just the end of it, and you go back into the ground and you turn into soil. You transform it back into the soil, my nigga, which transforms into grass. Still be transformation. Even if you want to put it in scientific atheist terms, still will be that. So, when this card come out in the deck, it's like it's time to put something. It's time to put something it's time to end some shit. It's time to put an end to some shit. It's time to transform. You get what I'm saying? And just because it's the end, and when it's the end of something, it's okay to mourn. It's okay to grieve. But really, what you should be looking at is looking back and rejoicing on what made you you. Because whatever situations that you went through that you having to transform out of, those situations and those energy properties turns you into the being that you in today. If I never get a case and go down south and have to stay on my nigga couch and all this type of foul ass shit, I never get into the situations that I'm in today. At that time, I thought it was the end of the world. Oh my God, this shit is terrible. When I got banned from high school for selling fentanyl in 2010, I thought that was the end of my life. Like, damn, all my scholarships gone. Damn, I'm ass out like a stripper. You get what I'm saying? I'd have never got to this point today. I'd have been a nigga playing basketball miserable, knowing damn well I ain't like playing basketball. Knowing damn well that's not what I wanted to do. I just kept doing it because I was good at the shit and motherfuckers was giving me a life with that. Sometimes the universe step in and kill some shit for you because you too scared to do the shit. Universe will get on your ass like that. Universe will step in and kill some shit because you fucking around. Yes. Yes, it will. So, in the process of transforming and metamorphosing into a different being, a higher spiritual being on this path that you on this fool's journey that you own, it's okay to mourn your past self. It's okay to look at pictures of you with your friends like, oh man, I miss them friends, but you realize them friends ain't the same friends as they was in middle school. Those people has grown up to have different value systems than you, and they just y'all on different shit. It ain't no beef, but you know that it'll never be that with them people no more. But you can still cherish the moments that had because those moments made you who you are today. You get what I'm saying? Now, this card wouldn't pop out the deck if you ain't had some shit that needed to be transformed or ended. But you got to be honest with yourself. Sometimes it hurt. Sometimes it hurt, bro. If you a nigga who just can't afford to smoke Za, that Za just getting the too little expensive, you got to go smoke OG, bro. And it hurt. You might cry in the car on the back from getting that $25 ass OG. You probably cry a little bit because you can't smoke this gelato. But you got to be okay. It's cool to cry about it, but you're gonna smoke that blunt. You're gonna feel better. You're gonna keep going, and you'll be back. That not to say you won't be back ever to a point again to where you be blowing out. But right now you gotta transform into another nigga to get to that point. You get what I'm saying? So you gotta be okay with moving on and leaving some shit behind. If you feel like your city holding you back, and you ain't got nobody here that's motivating you, and you ain't got nothing here that's motivating you, and you feel like you gotta move, move. But don't move and keep contact with everybody in Milwaukee and always trying to visit Milwaukee and always worry about the times. Don't be a nigga that moved to Houston and you stay, or everybody you follow still from Milwaukee, and you tap in with all Milwaukee shit, and you basically a Milwaukee nigga that stay in Houston, and all you do is say, I'm glad I stay in Houston. Milwaukee cold as hell. Milwaukee shiesty as fuck. I don't gotta deal with that in Houston. Not knowing Houston is just as dirty as Milwaukee. It's just you don't be in those neighborhoods to vibe with that. And if your ass was vibrating on a higher level, your ass could have did the same thing here, but you couldn't because your ass was vibrating low as fuck. So now you went and took that low vibrating shit to some other city, and now you want to come and throw it off on us and act like you better than the rest of the motherfuckers. That ain't how shit work. That ain't transformation, pimp. That's just relocation. That ain't transformation. You get what I'm saying? When you move, you need to transform into a new motherfucker. You need to be doing things differently than you was on that plane. You get what I'm saying? So like, I'ma die. We 10 minutes in, and this car shouldn't even been 10 minutes because you know damn well you got some shit that had to end when this car came out in the deck. These major Arcana cars, they ain't got no time to be playing with your ass. These spirits ain't finna be bothering with you if you for no bullshit. And put that shit to bed, my nigga. Time for you to move on and step into something newer. Step into your real power. Whatever you do, whatever holding you back right now is literally what it is. When motherfuckers be 180 and they in pain every day, they can't wait to die. That's some of y'all niggas holding on to these old ideologies. That's some of y'all holding on to these old personalities. That's some of y'all holding on to these old day one friends, no new friends, day one ass niggas. That's some of y'all doing that shit. Y'all niggas will never grow. Y'all will never see what y'all can be because y'all keep holding on to this same security and y'all scared to go on. Y'all scared to be the fool. Y'all scared to go on this fool's journey and hop out there and hop into something new and experience something new. It might be scary, but you know you tired of the old way anyways. Just because you used to it don't mean it's what's best for you. That's some trill shit, pimp. I'm gonna see what the fuck Tina Gong got to say in this book, but you know damn well that shit gotta end. She ain't gonna tell you nothing. Now I'm gonna tell you different. We finna see though. We finna see. Let's see what the fuck she got to say, cause I'm pretty sure she on board with me. Let's look at some keywords she got up in this bitch. Some keywords she say is endings, letting go, yeah, transformation, rebirth, moving on, transition. Talking about how you need to lean into change, how it's okay to mourn. Yeah, pretty simple. Like I said, bro. When the death card or the wipe his nose card come out, it's telling you to do exactly that. Wipe his nose with wipe your nose with all that bullshit, my nigga. Come on now, man. You been talking about you want to get into astrology for 6 months. It's been right here. I ain't the only nigga that make videos. Come on now, pimp. You been saying you want to get straight. You want to get spiritual. You want to get spiritually straight for a minute. You been wanting to lose them 10 pounds for 2 years, pimp. Come on now. You been saying you need to get back in the gym and go hoop for a year and a half. Come on, bro. Go ahead. Let go of them old ideologies and step into something new. Be reborn again. You get what I'm saying? Transition. If that shit old and outdated, wipe his nose. Get that shit out the way. It's done. Finito. No point. Like I said, I ain't gonna be here all day with y'all niggas. That's it. When this bitch pop out for an answer, it's time to put an end to some shit. It's time to move on for some shit. That's it. This has been the death card, or I like to call it, wipe his nose.